Mouthwash. Is it really helping, or are you just swishing money down the drain? Stick around to find out on this episode of Not a Dentist. If you go to the store right now, any store you pick, if it's a drugstore, if it's your convenience store, chances are you are gonna find some type of mouthwash. Mouthwash comes in many forms, many different shapes and sizes of bottles. There are some that you should plain avoid. There's only 4 reasons why I recommend mouthwash. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know what mouthwash is, it's this liquid substance that you swish around, usually for a allotted amount of time, and then spit into your sink. Before we get into the video, I wanted to say a huge shout out to all the subscribers. We're at 40 now. When I started this channel about a month ago, I didn't think we'd be where we are today. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate your time and viewing. So, mouthwash, let's talk about this magical substance. 4 reasons why I recommend mouthwash to my clients. 1, halitosis or bad breath. If you're prone to cavities, if you have gum disease, or you have dry mouth. If you don't have those 4 problems, I'm gonna be honest with you, your money just may be flowing down the drain, no pun intended. But let's be honest, most people suffer from one of those 4. Either you have dry mouth, either you're prone to gum disease or gingivitis, cavities, or a combination of the 4. In reality, most people may benefit from some form of mouthwash, but mouthwash, as you can tell by the thousands of mouthwashes that are out there, it's not a one-size-fits-all. You have to be really selective with the mouthwash that you need. So ask your dentist or your dental hygienist, hey, what would you recommend for me based on how my teeth or my gums look? And we'll be honest with you. If your dentist is prescribing you something like chlorhexidine, I would definitely stay away from that one. It's a strong mouthwash, it does really good, but there are some side effects that I actually do not like about that. So chlorhexidine is a prescription rinse that you would usually get at the dentist. My 2 issues with it is that it does cause stain because how it works, it kills bacteria on contact. So most people will brush their teeth. They may do an okay job, but there's still gonna be some bacteria left over. Well, when you're swishing with chlorhexidine, what that does afterwards is it kills all remaining bacteria on contact. And when that bacteria dies, you're left with a little bit of stain. This doesn't happen to everyone, but there's a good portion of the population that do get this effect. The other one is called acetylpyridinium. It's often found in the active ingredients section right beneath sodium fluoride, and usually it's marketed for anti-gingivitis. Just like chlorhexidine, it's great for killing off the bacteria that cause gingivitis, but there's also a side effect with this one, and that is altered taste. Both acetylpyridinium mouth rinse and chlorhexidine mouth rinse, I know, try saying that 5 times fast. Both of those mouth rinses have a potential to alter your taste, and that's why I recommend staying away from them. Both of those rinses, they have their uses, but I usually recommend them as a last resort. If you don't have access to anything else, or you're just getting it prescribed by your dentist, your insurance is covering it, and you have nothing else. There are specific ways to use it. I generally recommend using those type of mouth rinses before you brush. The reason for that is it can help you reduce some of that potential staining. Another reason for not using chlorhexidine and why I don't recommend it for my clients is that it can make you build up more tartar. And if you're already prone to building up tartar and stain, you might be in some trouble with your dental hygienist at your next cleaning. Looks like you missed a couple spots in here. You should really brush better. So some things to avoid in mouthwash. Number 1, alcohol. Why? Because it'll dry out your mouth and it'll actually slow down some healing if you got any wounds. And those of us who like tortilla chips know that they can cause some wounds. There are usually 2 mouthwash brands that I recommend: TheraBreath and CloSYS. Both will be in this video, so stay tuned. The reason I love CloSYS is it comes without fluoride and with fluoride. So you can choose whichever one suits you best. CloSYS is great because it's pH balanced. When tested, CloSYS tests at about 7 pH, which on the pH scale is equivalent to water. The benefit of TheraBreath is that it gets you clean, fresh breath fast. I use both of them depending on the occasion. So what about rinses like Crest, Listerine, Colgate? There's many of them. 1, does it have alcohol? And if it does, skip it. 2, what about its pH? Is it acidic? If it's acidic and it doesn't have fluoride, probably a no-go for you. In order for cavities to start forming or your enamel to get demineralized, usually your enamel has to get exposed to something at a pH of 5.5. Some rinses actually are even lower than 5.5, meaning that they're a little more acidic. Now you may be wondering, why is Big Pharma making our rinses acidic? The answer is simple. It actually helps uptake the fluoride into the enamel. So if you don't like fluoride, you might want to skip those more acidic rinses. You can do an at-home test to test the pH of your mouthwash, very simple, or you can just do a simple Google search. Another reason why I love CloSYS is because if you just had oral surgery or you're healing from some type of trauma, CloSYS is really great for that. Not only does it reduce bacteria and help prevent and heal gum disease, it helps reduce volatile sulfur compounds and help you have a fresher breath. TheraBreath is around a 6 on the pH scale, which is still not too bad, and I love it if I'm going to a wedding or some type of event where I just want my breath as fresh as possible. If you have questions about a specific mouthwash, please drop them down in the comments. It really helps me as a small creator, and it helps keep the dialogue going where I can answer your questions that weren't answered in the video. Thank you. Next up, I'm gonna show you how I use my mouth rinse. As a dental hygienist, I've tried many different mouth rinses over my decade in dentistry. Before we get into my demonstration, again, I just wanted to thank you for staying tuned. If you find value in the content you're watching or listening to right now, please hit that subscribe button and like the video. It really helps me out tremendously. Thank you. You know where we are again. Let's show you how to actually use mouthwash. Before I even use a mouthwash, I actually use my tongue scraper and clean my tongue. If you use your mouthwash before you brush your tongue, you're not gonna be getting rid of as much bacteria as you can if you had used the tongue brush first. Step 1, clean the tongue. Give your tongue brush a little bit of water. Use the scraper end. Now we're talking. The top layer of bacteria from your tongue, if you use your mouthwash before you clean that off, it's not gonna get rid of all your problems. Step 2, pick the mouthwash that you wanna use. Again, I love TheraBreath, but I also love CloSYS. Depends on the occasion. A lot of people don't read the back of these things. TheraBreath recommends 10 milliliters, which is about half of the cap. CloSYS requires a full cap, 30 milliliters. I don't know about you guys, even 10 milliliters sometimes feels like a lot. Here's another dental hack for you. Take a cough medicine cup, a little dose cup from your favorite cough medicine, and use it to measure out your doses. Any occasion, if I'm using CloSYS or TheraBreath, I just pour about 5 milliliters. That extends the longevity of my mouth rinse, and I still feel like I get a great clean. In addition to that, you're saving money by not having to buy so much mouthwash. Use this cough medicine dose cup for any of your mouthwashes. If you do the math, it'll save you a lot. I'm gonna be using the TheraBreath. Measure out 5 milliliters. I start with gargling and then I swish and then spit it out. Try to do this for 30 seconds. Minty fresh, just how I like it. Did I miss anything you want to learn about? If there's any more mouth rinses you'd like to know about, please comment down below and I'll be sure to answer. Bonus tip for you, after you're done doing your tongue brushing and your rinse, you can continue with your regular routine. Doesn't matter if you're using a fluoridated or non-fluoridated mouth rinse. You can brush your teeth, the mouthwash will still be working in your saliva, and you don't have to worry about the mouthwash magically disappearing. It'll still be doing what it needs to do. Stay blessed and refreshed, defend what matters daily, and let God do the healing. This has been Alex, not a dentist. Thank you for watching.